hello. Ah, sorry. Ouch. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. I am here. Whew. There we go. Hello and good morning. Thanks for doing good. Look at this thing. I'm so happy with it. I think I'm going to do one last little layer of paint just on the inside of this to make a little more differentiation between the letters and the green. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this went fairly well. So yay! It's one of those things where I don't want to ruin it. So I'm like slightly hesitant. So I might just leave it. But yeah, Circle of Fits did that, baby. And I'm actually really, really happy with how it turned out. I think it kind of turned out the way I was hoping it would, which is a very nice feeling. So yay! So I just gotta label it for myself. I'm gonna do Circle of Fits. So I don't actually, in the book that I'm illustrating, have Circle of Fits as like one of the things in it. But I want to put it on the key signature page because I think it will go well with that. So let's see. We got our that. I'm going to put that there so you have something fun to look at while I'm working on this. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think the tricky thing with what I'm doing now is getting it to look good. So let's see. We did the Circle of Fits, or in this case, it's key signatures. Circle of Fits. I just need a one. Okay, so actually, I think for the nylon strings, I think that might be what I do right now because I actually have an idea with what I'm going to do with that. Because I think what we're going to do is, sorry, I'm pulling up an image in my thing, is I am planning on bringing up a picture of one of the strings that actually I was using this morning for a different project. So I think I'm going to use a pencil first. That's what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to kind of do it with a little bit. Design like this, where it's like the strings are crossing over. I'm going to do that sort of thing, and then I'm going to do a bigger loop of another string type. Ooh, I like this. I don't like that last one. Ah, that's much better. Okay, so we're gonna have this one come around and go like this. Okay, so we've got kind of some wound strings here where they're kind of looped around. Ooh, do you know what? I'm gonna add one more in, but we're gonna do it here. Just gonna do it like that. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna have, trying to think, they're going to be there we go. So I think that inside one we're gonna make blue. And then we're going to do kind of a, yeah, I think our next step after that is, we're gonna do this red one now. Which one? I think we're gonna have them all intertwined. So we're gonna have kind of one go up and over, just go around the outside. Then we're gonna have this one go under that one, but over the sky. And we're gonna have this guy come up. This way. Okay, I think that will work. Okay, this one is going to be a top one. We're gonna have it go all the way. Okay, and this one's gonna come underneath. And it's gonna go up and over the string. And have it come this way, up and under, and then over. Okay, and then this one, this is gonna come this way. There we go. Yay! Okay, I like where this is going. Ta-da! Looping strings. Okay, now this one's gonna, this is where it's gonna get just a little bit trickier, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. So I think we want the clear one. I think we're gonna make it the middle one, because I want to do a blue and a red one. So I think we're gonna make blue the inside one, red the outside, and clear the middle. So Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I think that would have worked out much better. I need to do a base layer of something. I think we're going to do. Oh, what do you think? I might just do a very neutral yellow or pink. I think we're gonna do a neutral pink. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We are having fun today. I'm kind of adding a base layer to this. I don't know if that's the right color, but we're gonna go with it. I'm just gonna keep it in the white. So we're doing some strings right now, which should be kind of fun. They're specifically, I'm trying to make them look like wound nylon strings, so I kind of want them to like dip around the corner of the page, kind of hanging onto the page. So nylon strings specifically are just adding a little bit of another color so it kind of changes as it winds closer to the strings. But yeah, I want this to kind of hang on to the edge of the page. For it. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Okay, now let's get back to actually painting the strings, because that's a little bit trickier. Okay, we're gonna work on those clear strings. So we're gonna do this really kind of, I'm gonna come back and kind of touch this up later, but in the meantime, the paper is a little bit wet, so it's bleeding a little bit. I think it's gonna be fine, especially once we come back and ink it. So we're gonna work on that. Here we go. Okay, that works. First layer, I think it's good. Then you want me to work on that red string now. I think I'll work in this color. Except I probably should do a different one first. Yeah, that's kind of dark. We're gonna work with a lighter red first. We're gonna do this color for kind of our base layer. So we're gonna make this one be our red string over here. So what I'm gonna have to do later that's gonna be a little bit trickier is later I'm gonna have to come in and make it look like somehow it has tiny little coils on it. Not quite sure how I'm gonna do that. I think it's gonna look cool, but I haven't quite figured out if I'm going to just like use the pen on that or if I'm going to do something else. So we shall see. But what I am super happy about is that circle of fifths. I think it turned out really good. So I did a layer of ink to do kind of the base design, and then I came back and I painted over the top. And then once that was dry, then I did one more layer of ink. Not on everything, but I did it specifically on like the letters and then the key signatures. So everything else is just barely like faded. But the letters and the key signatures pop. And it's like subtle enough that you don't even like realize what's going on there. Which I'm super happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out how I wanted it to. Ooh, there we go. It's probably just slightly too dark, but I think it still works. Ooh. There we go. Okay, we got the red strings. We got the clear strings. Now it's time for the blue strings. So I gotta decide exactly which shade I want to go with. So I've got two things of blue. I think it's actually gonna be this one over here. So we're gonna go with this blue, at least to start. It's kind of our base layer. Yeah, I think the tricky thing on this is just going to be making them look like they have very subtle lines to them. And I said wines, not lines. Probably need to get my secondary camera just a little bit closer for you guys because I feel like it's just a little bit far. Okay, and this is not dark enough. It kind of is coming across more as like a bluebird blue than an actual like dark blue. So yay! There we go. I think that's working. So the trick definitely is going to be getting it to look like wound strings, which I'm not quite sure how to do. I definitely think with that first layer of clear strings, I just went just slightly too wet, which it is still too wet. I need to stop while I'm ahead and touch it up tomorrow. But ooh, look at the time. So unfortunately, I gotta run. But thank you guys for joining. Oh no, I have 7 more minutes. We're good. So we've got our wound strings. Or working on wound strings. So I can still work on something here. I think I have a fairly good pillar. I have brackets, and those are pretty good. Oh, and I did Cradle the Tub. Brackets. Nylon strings. Let's see, circle of fifths. Intervals. We took care of that. Ooh, guys, we actually have made a lot of progress over the last week. This is exciting. Okay. Okay. I think we're going to do 2 really tiny ones. These I'm not even going to pencil out because I think I got this. Famous last words, right? Let's do an octave, and then we're going to do, what was the other one? Rolled chords. Yeah. Okay, so first one. Keep it up for one more. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to go down with the treble clef. And loop. Okay, ta-da! Yeah, really see it. Sorry. I need to zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm like marking. I'll see what I can do for you guys. Okay, so should this be an octave or a rolled chord? I think we're going to do an octave. Is let's just slide the bigger. Slide the bigger. We're going to do the C line through it, and the C line through it. And this one's going to come up to here. This one's going to come down to here. And then this one down through here. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, that's our octave. We're gonna call that good for our octave. For rolled chord, I think what we're gonna do is same sort of thing. Make it just slightly longer though. Okay. Do our treble clef. There we go. So I think I found the problem with this project is I concentrate too much. So I'm not as good at talking out loud. So I'm so sorry with that. Okay, now we are going to do a great big chord. I'm going to do an F chord. Okay, now for a rolled chord on harp, what we do is we do this little squiggle in front. There we go. Ta-da! Rolled chord. So we are right at 7 o'clock my time. So we are going to do a very quick wash of color over both of these and then call it a day. Because I have real life, unfortunately, to get to. I kind of want to do an orange color. So we're going to do this color. Ooh, I kind of like this color. It's kind of like a goldenrod. We're going to add just a touch of that darker orange to it. Ooh, I actually really like that. Look at how good that looks. I love that color. Okay, and then one more color. I'm wondering if we just want to continue with this trend and do like an actual orange with this one. Ooh, that is like really orange. Very orange. So next to it, there's this really nice pinky orange. I'm gonna try that actually. That was a lot of pigment. Here we go. Okay, we'll call that a day. So we have rolled chords, we have octaves, we have wound strings, we have our circle fifths to show all the different key signatures, which at the end of the day, it's really only going to show like a quarter of that image, but it's one that I really, really, really was wanting to do, and I think I got the way I wanted. So, yay, look at that. Okay, guys. Well, we did awesome today. I think we made some good progress. Hopefully you guys had fun. Thank you for joining me. So we will go ahead, say goodbye, and see you guys tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow with more paintings. So thanks, and